Hey there, it's Trisha, the travel planner. I am here telling you this week all about my process. So a lot of people ask me, what's it like to plan a trip with a travel planner? And so I'm going to break it down for you and what the steps are so you know what to expect if you're going to plan a trip with me. So, first thing is when you contact me, I will usually set up a time for a quick 30-minute consultation. This is for me to better understand what you're looking for in your trip. What are your travel dates? Who's going? Where do you want to go? If there's anything important that you want noted so that I know, if you're going to Italy, what cities do you want to go to? Or if you're going to the Caribbean, I can't tell you how many times I get people who say, I feel like going somewhere in June. That is so vague, so I need to have a conversation with you so that I can figure out where you want to go, what you like, what you don't like, and who's going, what dates you have available, and how much you're willing to invest into this vacation plan. So once we have that on the books, we go ahead and I sit down, I have that conversation with you, I tell you a little bit more about my process, what's the next steps. After we decide that we are a good fit to work together, I go to work on planning your trip. I put everything together, I talk to suppliers, I negotiate the best deals for you. I do have some great relationships with specific suppliers who will recognize my clients as VIPs. And so that is one thing that is really special that you can't get when you book online or book direct with the hotel, because I have built that relationship with suppliers all over the world, not just specific hotels. I'm not saying I have a relationship with Hilton. It's actually different suppliers and on-site location vendors that I work with on a regular basis, and I have those options and deals for you. So, getting back to the itinerary planning, I will map out an entire outline of an itinerary. This will be flights, hotel, all ground transportation, rail if needed, some key activities, and then I come back and I present it to you. And we see what you like, what you don't like, we can tweak it from there, and then once we go back and we find a perfect fit, then I fine tune it. I will add in different activities as far as restaurant recommendations, free activities to do, walking tours, places that I say, oh, you can't miss this, you've got to go see this, and those are what I call the freebies. Those are the activities that literally the only cost is the wear and tear on your own feet. So those are what I love, is just kind of the little insider tips that I will put into that itinerary. And I go and I book everything that we have agreed upon. And again, working with those suppliers and telling them, these are my very special clients. They are celebrating an anniversary, they're celebrating a birthday, or they're just awesome, and we need to treat them like royalty. So that's where I go back and I work with all of that and finalize all the details. After that, my client care manager will take over and be your one-on-one contact. And so if you have any questions, anything you want to add, change, anything, any payments that you need to be making, that person is going to be one who handles that for you. But I'm always there in the background working alongside of them. Right before it's time to go, I put together your final itinerary. This is a detailed itinerary, and it is bound and beautiful, and then you also will have your own personal app that you can put on your phone, and that will keep everything up to date. So if your flight times change, it will notify you. You'll be able to see everything at the touch of a finger, which is great because when you're out and about, you don't want to be carrying around this bound notebook that has all of your what's next to do and so forth. Now, granted, if you have any sort of tour vouchers or anything like that, it will be in there as well, and you can tear those out and bring those along. But as far as the app goes, it's great because it does not need Wi-Fi, and you can see your entire trip right on your app. Speaking of Wi-Fi, if you're traveling internationally, I do have tips on mobile hotspots and where to find free Wi-Fi and so forth. So that's another side note. But anyway, getting back to your documents, those are all going to be presented to you about 2 weeks before you travel, and then we can go over them together. So I will send them via email, and I also send them via snail mail if you have a customized itinerary. And in some situations, you might be just going to a all-inclusive or on a cruise, and so that will all be done by email because there's just not a lot for me to bound and print for you. But everything will be detailed in there. Plus, at that point, you will get my personal cell phone number where you have 24/7 access to me while you're traveling. So if anything goes wrong, which it won't, but if it does, you can call me at any time, day or night, while you're traveling, and I will be there to help you. I also have, in most situations, on-site representatives who you can contact that are in your time zone where you're traveling. So if you are in Bali, I have an agency in Bali who will be able to take your call 24/7 as well. So if you want someone who is right there nearby and you know it's going to get handled, they're my people as well. So all throughout your trip, you're going to have a great time. It's going to be a completely unique experience. And when you get home, we're going to talk about it. I want to hear everything about it. I want to see your pictures. I want to hear the good, the bad. What would you do different next time? What did you love and want to do again? And then we're going to start thinking about, where do you want to go next? So that is my process at the Travel Planner, and I hope I hear from you soon. We can set up a consultation call to get your next trip planned. Thanks so much. Have a good day.